Didi.
No. Do not do this. No.
One woman went from sobbing to engaged in seconds. Another man failed a relationship test he never knew existed. And one reality star's face has triggered an internet investigation. First up, Debbie thought Mito was leaving until he dropped to one knee with the ring. Sweet surprise, emotional manipulation, or perfectly timed reality TV drama. Meanwhile, Catie received an important update about Josh's belongings, but refused to share it because he did not ask. Viewers are calling it the ultimate mind-reading test. And finally, fans are questioning whether Marissa is really 47, turning one unflattering television frame into a brutal debate about aging, makeup, and appearance. Hit like, subscribe to House of Fame, and turn on notifications. Let's start with Debbie and Mito's emotional roller coaster proposal. Debbie thought her relationship was ending, but seconds later, Mito was on one knee holding a ring. What looked like an emotional breakup suddenly became one of the fastest and strangest proposal twists 90 Day Fiancé has delivered in years. And now, viewers cannot decide whether the moment was genuinely romantic or perfectly engineered reality television. The scene began with Debbie already overwhelmed and crying. Mito appeared to be walking away, prompting her to ask where he was going. Then, without warning, he knelt beside the building and opened a red ring box. That was not a gentle romantic reveal. It was an emotional jump scare. Mito smiled and reassured her, saying, "I got you." Debbie immediately shifted from devastation to relief, laughing through her tears, rushing toward him, and dropping to her knees to embrace him. She touched his face, kissed his cheek, and jokingly told him, "I'm gonna kill you." Mito quickly fired back that if she planned to kill him, he was going home and needed his ticket. On the surface, the exchange was playful and surprisingly sweet. His humor broke the tension, and Debbie looked genuinely thrilled to realize that the man she feared was leaving had actually prepared to propose. But viewers immediately began examining the emotional receipts. Mito explained that he'd been carrying the ring while waiting for the right opportunity. He also knew Debbie wanted clarity about whether their relationship was truly moving toward marriage. When he saw the chance to surprise her, he took it. The problem is that Debbie appeared completely heartbroken before the ring appeared. Mito knew she was anxious and desperate for reassurance, yet he allowed the moment to reach maximum panic before revealing his plan. Maybe he believed the scare would make the surprise more powerful, but there's a fine line between building suspense and letting someone emotionally unravel for dramatic effect. That sudden switch is exactly why some viewers accuse the couple of acting. Debbie went from sobbing to celebrating almost instantly, while Mito remained calm, smiling, and joking throughout the chaos. Some fans found their chemistry adorable, while others joked that both deserved acting awards. Then, viewers noticed another curious detail. Something appeared to be attached to the ring box, leading several commenters to wonder whether Mito had left a tag or sticker on it. The footage does not clearly confirm what it was, but the speculation made an already unusual proposal look even more rushed. Others questioned whether the engagement was motivated by love, pressure, immigration concerns, or simply the need for a dramatic episode ending. Those claims remain fan opinions, not proven facts, but they show how little trust some viewers have in this relationship. Stick around because the next couple somehow turns basic communication into an even more exhausting relationship test. Catie had important news about Josh's belongings, refused to share it, and then blamed him for failing to ask about information he did not know she had. Catie somehow turned a simple delivery update into a relationship test Josh never knew he was taking. The issue was not just that she forgot to pass along information. She had the update, chose to hold it back, and then became annoyed because Josh did not ask for news he had no reason to know had already arrived. Catie explained that someone had called about dropping off Josh's belongings, items viewers understood he had been waiting to receive after delays. Earlier, she had apparently told him she would update him later, but when Josh failed to follow up with the exact question she expected, she stayed silent. Then came the part that left viewers stunned. Catie said he did not ask, and that annoyed her. That logic immediately raised a bigger question. How was Josh supposed to request information he did not know existed? This was not gossip, a minor detail, or something that could wait indefinitely. The call concerned his own possessions. Sharing the update would have taken a few seconds. A simple, "Hey, they called and your things are coming," could have ended the entire situation before it became a conflict. Instead, the information started to feel like a prize Josh had to earn by proving that he cared enough to ask. That is why so many viewers saw the moment as more than an innocent communication mistake. In their eyes, Catie created a hidden rule, waited for Josh to break it, and then used his failure as evidence that he had disappointed her. The frustrating part is that this kind of test is nearly impossible to pass. Had Josh repeatedly asked about the delivery, Catie could have felt pressured or accused him of obsessing over his belongings. When he waited for her promised update, she interpreted his silence as a lack of interest. Either way, she remained the person deciding whether his reaction was correct. To be fair, Catie may have expected Josh to remember their earlier conversation and genuinely felt hurt when he did not bring it up. People sometimes attach emotional meaning to small moments when they already feel ignored, overwhelmed, or unsupported. But even then, the solution was still direct communication. If she wanted him to remind her, she could have said so clearly. If she felt disappointed, she could have explained why. Instead, she withheld the update and appeared to treat his inability to read her mind as the real problem. Viewers described the behavior as passive-aggressive, controlling, and emotionally exhausting. Some commenters went too far by speculating about diagnoses or personal conditions that cannot be determined from edited television footage, but the visible behavior alone gave fans plenty to discuss. The sharpest criticism is the simplest. Catie possessed important information about Josh, did not share it, and then blamed him for failing to unlock it. Don't go anywhere, because the next debate gets even more personal and far more uncomfortable. Marissa's reported age has viewers inspecting her appearance like evidence, and the conversation is quickly crossing the line from skepticism into age shaming. Marissa's face has somehow become evidence in an internet trial over whether she is really 47. What began as one viewer questioning her reported age quickly exploded into a full-scale debate about aging, beauty standards, and how far reality TV commentary should be allowed to go. The post that started the argument was brutally direct. One viewer claimed Marissa had to be at least 55, and within minutes, the comment section transformed into a Department of Amateur Birth Certificate investigators. Some people guessed she was in her mid-50s, others pushed her into her 60s, while a few went even higher. At the same time, several viewers insisted that 47 looked completely believable and argued that the entire controversy was based on one harsh television image. That massive range of guesses is important because it reveals how unreliable these appearance-based judgments really are. When one person sees 45, another sees 55, and someone else sees 70, the audience is not uncovering a hidden fact. They are projecting their own personal idea of what a woman at a certain age is supposed to look like. Then came the theories. Some blamed Marissa's platinum blonde hair, saying a darker shade might soften her features. Others pointed to her makeup, thin frame, facial structure, possible sun exposure, or the unforgiving lighting used during filming. Several commenters even began speculating about medications, cosmetic procedures, smoking, or rapid weight loss without having any verified information about her health or personal history. And that is where skepticism started crossing into something much uglier. A frozen television frame is not a medical record, and it is definitely not a birth certificate. Marissa was captured with a serious expression, her face slightly turned and her lips pressed together under lighting that was not doing her any favors. Freeze almost anyone at the wrong second, enlarge the image, and invite hundreds of strangers to inspect every line, and that person can suddenly look completely different from how they appear while speaking, smiling, or moving. Some comments went even further by mocking features viewers considered masculine and making cruel gender-based remarks. That is not shark reality TV analysis. It's simply personal humiliation disguised as detective work. Marissa can absolutely be criticized for her behavior. If viewers believe she has contradicted herself, treated someone badly, or shown a difficult attitude, those moments are fair topics for discussion. But looking older to one stranger does not prove dishonesty, and saying someone's mother looks younger proves nothing at all. The debate also exposes an impossible standard placed on women in the public eye. They are told to age naturally, but then mocked when they show wrinkles or volume loss. If they use fillers, filters, Botox, or heavy makeup, they are accused of being fake. Apparently, they must look decades younger without appearing to have done anything to achieve it. Some fans defended Marissa and argued that the comment section revealed far more about her than it did about them. Others still believe her reported age deserves questioning, but the screenshots alone cannot prove that she lied.